Yeah, welcome to my channel. Um, well, you've seen the news. If you haven't, Nimmo has been traded, a fan favorite, to the Texas Rangers for second baseman Marcus Semien. So it's hard to determine if how this trade is going to work out overall. Um, I mean, let's be honest. Nimmo, offensively speaking, was there. He was on the same level as Semien was. Well, more better than Semien was. Semien was basically he's on the decline. I would say more than anything else. It sounds based on the past 2 years. Defensively speaking, though, between the two, Semien was better. That's a given, like that. And then the situation, Nimmo, his defensive skills were dramatically declining. You'd see it, and it's to a point where like it's become a liability from a perspective of we need some good outfielders out there too, defensively speaking. And plus, two, the fact is we had no right side infield help on the defensive side of things because a lot of those balls were getting through. Acuna's defensively okay, not great. McNeil, he was a liability. Let's be honest, he's a liability. Um, Batty and Vientos, they're not going to play that. Um, I think Mauricio is a better third baseman than these two. First base wise as well too. Alonso, defensively speaking, he's not a good glover. He's really there for the offensive side of things. But nowadays, you're looking for the 5 tool player more than anything else. And the problem is you're not going to get that much of a 5 tool player nowadays. I mean, maybe 4 tool player, but I could see what Stearns is trying to do is he's trying to go the defensive route. I think I'm loving that approach. I'll be honest, I'm loving that approach. Defense wins games, offense wins you championships. So honestly, if you could build a pitching staff as well too, and reduce the number of runs that keeps you in it, I think this might bode well for the Mets. Honestly, I love Nimmo. I'm not gonna hate him. I loved his hustle. The guy always hustled. Let's be honest, the guy always hustled. I don't know how he's gonna fare out over at Texas, but he might do better in Texas. Honestly, he might be shifted back to his natural position, which was kind of center field, right field more than anything else. Honestly, I think he'll do much better in right field if he is pushed to right field. But reality is we needed that second baseman for the defensive purposes. Lindor, he kind of screwed up here and there, but I think he'll get better next season. Now it comes down to the point like we need a left fielder. Mullins might be pushed over to the left, but reality is I think he's going to be in center at this point, with Soto in right. Hopefully Mullins with him and Lindor, and if Alonso stays, those three should help Mullins probably get back to what he was as well as Semien as well too, um, or Semien, sorry. Um, I it's too early to say right now because honestly, the pitching staff is still a big factor. I think the pitching is what comes down to it at this point. If we lose Alonso, maybe Batty and Vientos can make up for him basically on the aggregate. Let's be honest. We're not gonna. I would not like to lose Alonso either because he's another homegrown. But I mean honestly, loyalty is no longer a case at this point. And Stearns is about winning now, basically more than anything else. And the reality is if you have a once in a lifetime generational star like a Mike Trout, Soto, or Otani, you're gonna keep him and do whatever you can. But Alonso is not a generational player. He's a one faceted player basically, where he just hits home runs. Very hard. Doesn't get on base as much. His WAR is there, but not that great. His on base percentage, not that great either. Let's be honest. Um, Reminds me a little bit of Darryl Strawberry. Let's be honest, he is kind of a Darryl Strawberry from that perspective. Like he can hit the home runs, but he doesn't have the speed too. That's the sad part. If he had the speed, then he could get the steals maybe. But Nimmo actually was declining in speed as well too. Let's be honest, he's fast, but he's not that fast anymore like he was like 5 years ago. So, but I could be wrong. Like I said, time will only tell. But like I said, I think this might be a good trade for the Mets for the short term. Long term wise, I think we have a bunch of players in the minors that will fill the need. Acuna, I have no idea what you do with them. Pinch hitting, defensive purposes, in the 8th or 9th inning. But reality is now they get Simeon. Maybe you shift Acuna to third base. I don't know. Because Acuna was a shortstop, but I don't think he's going to be that good of a shortstop if you got Lindor there. So you're going to have to shift to the third. Then the question is what happens with Mauricio? Maybe you shift him to left field. Batty and Vientos, maybe you work them up and maybe see if they can be left fielders. I don't know. But the real question is what happens to Alonso. If Alonso stays, then either Batty or Vientos goes. Most likely Batty. If Alonso goes, then they both stay at that point. But I could be wrong. Like I said, we still got a long way to go to the season starts. So let's see what happens. If you have any comments, let me know your comments in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts about this trade. With that, I'll leave it at that. Unfiltered, unedited, of course, always unrehearsed. Until next time.